It's Hololive time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the figma number 619. It's LaPlus Darkness from Hololive 6th generation, also known as the Secret Society HoloX. She is the one who actually founded the entire operation, even though it's led by Lui. She is a mysterious character who had great wisdom and power, but has been sealed away. That's the lore part, but as far as the character goes, she's fun. Why? She's a bratty, arrogant, lolly character who always thinks like she's above everybody, even though she time and time again falls flat on her face, which makes everybody else look good and laugh. So, the design is also really cool, especially the crow on the hat, the big horns. It's really out there, but that's what we're looking for. I like it, so let's have a look at the figure.
Cute.
Huh?
Cute.
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 Me?
Yes.
This figure stands at about 12.5 centimeters to the top of the hat, which means we're going up to like a little over 13.5 to the top of the horns, and for your inches, that would mean a little over 5 inches to the top of the hat and like almost 5.5 to the top of the horns. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, the SH Figure Art Son Goku, Figma Gargura, Figma Hosho Marine, Nendoroid Ninoma Inanis, Pop Parade Mori Calliope, and Darkseid. Overall look and detail, this is a stark contrast to the Gura figure, because first and foremost you will be able to tell that this is not broken up and this is not over-engineered. You might though say that this is in some parts under-engineered, but more on that later once I have a look at the articulation. First and foremost, love the eyes on this one, and I feel like always the eyes are very important for every kind of VTuber, for every anime character, because it really separates the style. I feel like that's one of the key features and one of the big things. And yeah, Figma nails the looks. Also has a little bit of rosy cheeks. Hair is nicely molded, got the braid and a little bit of purple on the top. Horns, big horny demon horns. Okay, that's it. Excellent description, 10 out of 10, but yeah, the line work on there is also almost 10 out of 10. It's not 100% clean, but it looks good for the most part. Then we have the long ass hair, which isn't too heavy. Like, considering how big it is, I thought it would weigh the figure down. It's fine. Obviously, if you pull it all the way up, you will have the hair kind of be torn down by it, so be aware of that. But I mean, for the most part it works. It doesn't really get in the way. It's nicely molded, especially how it goes a little bit on the inside, and once again, I don't know if I said it, but it helps balance the figure out. If you don't want to use the base, you can do that with just the hair. If I could get it in like it's somewhat a decent position, something like that, there you go, can do that. And then we have the collar, which is connected to the back, just like lightly connected though. So it's flopping around a little bit, but it does stay in place. And we have the beautiful painted detail in her outfit. Actually, let me take the hat off real quick so I can show you everything that's going on under there. A little bit of metallic, the yellow somewhat scarf, tie, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit of a school uniform, but I mean, it has certain aspects of it. And then we have this spine connecting whatever. Also, there's a hole for the tail, didn't put that in yet. I will do that later once we get to the accessories. And some more nice metallic, the buttons and the chain that goes around. Also, as you can tell, these are the sleeves where you don't have any hands. Obviously, the character will have sleeves where you can switch it around and you actually do have the hands, but I like the idea for this, and it looks pretty clean for the most part. As we go down to the skirt, we have another belt buckle. Well, I was going to say connected here, but it's opened. Some more nice metallic and some more detail in the skirt itself. I call this a skirt even though it's like cut up in like different pieces. Just kind of draped over it. And you know what time it is? It's pantsu time. Just got some black pantsu, pretty standard. There's also another skirt under there, which is soft plastic. Yeah, note that this is not, it's hard plastic for the most. Like, you can squish it a little bit, but it doesn't move really out of the way. You also have like the one, it's not really a stocking because it covers the entire leg. I always thought that this was a purple stocking. And the big shackles on the legs, which you can move around as much as you want. Down to the shoes, which look a lot more glossy than the rest of the figure, which has a nice contrast, especially to the dress. So, I mean, overall, the look of this figure is amazing.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Now for the articulation, it's pretty basic. First and foremost, let's start off with the horns. You can rotate those around. And then for the hair, goes up quite nicely. All the way. Can also be swiveled. So you do get some great poses out of that. And then for the head sculpt, it's fairly standard stuff. But I mean, it's good. I don't mean that in a bad way. Can bring it up and down, but you know, if you give it a good push, it still holds the pose of the hair up like, never mind. Moves side to side and moves all the way around, but really be careful not to break anything off over here. I gotta take care of this part. Alright, I'm really just showing you it goes all the way around, huzzah! And then also you have this collar part, which can be moved up and down. It's just connected via clamp or whatever you want to call this. Then you also have the shoulder joints, which standard Figma stuff. You have ball hinge that goes into another ball in the chest area, so you can bring that up and down, and it also can be shifted back and forth, and you can move it up on the hinge. Speaking of hinges, we have a hinge in the elbow. Doesn't look great, but it works. The sleeves can be swiveled, always go in a certain angle, but I think those are fine. You also have a swivel on the shackles, and let me just show you. For the hands, you have this piece. It's just on a ball hinge, so you can bring that back and forth, and can also be swiveled around, just like these shackles. Everything can be swiveled. Well, almost everything. Then for the entire torso area, there's not really anything going on. Only the hip part, which is fairly loose and doesn't have a lot of range. But again, at least the figure looks clean, right? So this doesn't really do much. It does swivel around, no problem. And then we also have the tail, which is just packed in there, so you can also only swivel it around. And the thing I'm really scared of, this is hard plastic. This will probably snap off if she takes a dive, or if you move the hair too much around it. So be very careful with the tail. It is nicely painted, but yeah, I'm kind of scared. I'm scared. Should have been a little bit more plasticky, a little bit more rubbery, right? And then finally, the entire dress part doesn't have any articulation points. There's nothing going on there, under there. You could have done some hinges, some ball hinges, and soft plastic. This piece, boom, would have worked. But in this regard, they were just like, nah, we don't care. As such, the legs don't really move around. Well, you only get as much range as the dress really gets it, right? Because you can still rotate it on the balls in there, and you can still rotate the entire hip part around, which I'm happy that it stays in there because it has this connected on me a couple of times already. And then you have the knees, same thing. You can bend them all the way up, but you don't really have room for that. Down to the shackles. Shackles. You can rotate those around. I think I already showed that, but here we go again. And you have a hinge on the feet. Can bring that up and down. And also, if you give it a good push, you can also pivot it. But I think since the ball hinge is put in straight, you can also rotate it on the entire ball if you want to. So, if you rotate it in another direction, you get some other hinges and other options to move it around. Also, there's some detail under the shoes. I didn't show you that, but there it is.
Ask for money. Hey.
Ask for money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi.
For your accessories, first and foremost, let's get the standard stuff in here. You do have the Figma back to put in your accessories, and then you have the Figma base. Hinge over here, hinge over here, hinge over here, and this top piece which you can swivel around, or also just take it off completely if you don't like it. Then we have hands. What did I put one of them away? No, that's like this. Actually, ooh, fist hands, pointy fingers, open grabby hands, even though she doesn't really have anything to grab except for a glass of cola, but this hand is specifically for that. The glass of cola is over here. And it does have a peg, so it looks kind of weird, and you really have to slide this in. Better than I just did, but it does hold on to it. Now, since you have a peg, you could have had a peg holding the hand, but the peg is for something completely different. Also, you can take the cola out if you just want an empty glass. If you want to do that, but the peg hole actually is on her wrists over here. So you can pack the cola on that. And she does have the cola, even though there is no hand. Boom, magic. Again, I don't really know what's up with the cola. Somebody let me know in the comments below. When did that ever happen? We do have the front hair with the crow on it. I'm using this 1000% because I love the crow. So we can swivel the crow around on the top, and also the head can be moved 360 degrees. Beautiful. Paint job on there is great. Eyes look perfect. I love the crow. Big fan. Chef's kiss. Then we have the faces. We do have a bratty kind of smile, like kind of whiny face, kind of crying, and a happy smile with the fangs. And also, like, I love the ears on this one. Since, you know, she has the elf ears, but we don't really see it that much because of her crazy hair. And it's kind of funny to see the face sculpt without any hair. And then also, as I already mentioned, as I already shown you, here are the sleeves if you want to have the figure displayed with the hands. Final thoughts! This figure's fun. I love the look. I love what they did with the sleeves, so you can move that around, and I love the accessories, especially the face sculpts, the little crow friend, and the random glass of cola. Again, let me know down in the comments where that's coming from. But the articulation is quite frankly dreadful. At the price point, unacceptable. Now, I know. I complained so much with the Gura figure that the articulation points didn't look great, but that also didn't work. So here, at least we didn't ruin the mold to add articulation that doesn't do anything. They just flat out said, you know what? No, we're not gonna do that this time around. We're gonna leave it simple, so the figure looks great, but really, like the lower half of the figure doesn't barely do anything. We don't have anything in the torso. The hips barely move, and the legs are completely blocked because of the entire lower dress part, which doesn't have any articulation points. So it is recommended, but also be careful. Like, again, for an articulated figure, the lack of posability really takes it down a notch. I'm personally still happy, but yeah, I can't ignore the fact that the articulation pretty much sucks. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever LaPlus darkness wants.